It's your counseling psychology student here again for their wisdom Garuda. This week we are going to talk about relocation. Please follow my videos. I did a video last week about why AIU, why counseling psychology, why East Africa. Please just follow, just go back and watch those videos and like, share, subscribe. I'll be so happy. And this week, as I said earlier, we're going to talk about relocation. Yeah, just sit tight and just listen. And maybe I pray that you pick one or two thing, yeah, from this video. So it starts with planning, or I would say it starts from planning and decision making. And to get from that point to here, it takes us quite a time. It really takes us quite a time, and my husband, to think and to plan um, how to relocate with me and the kids. And we have to put things in place. But for us to take that decision, for me to be here, it was crazy. It was really crazy because for me, I was thinking, how can I leave my husband back home to be here with the kids? How can he cope? How can he live without me and the kids? But I thank God I'm here now, and God has been so gracious to us. I know. And yes, from that decision of me leaving my husband and then me coming here with the kids was timely, and it was God. It was all God, and we put everything into prayers, and we take the bold step of coming to Kenya for my studies. And before coming, the plan was, where are we going to stay? The kids' school, medical insurance, and as a dad and as a husband, he'll be so worried. Ah, I'm leaving my wife, I'm leaving my kids, I'm just here, and then they'll be there without help and all. But as I said earlier, God has been so gracious and so merciful. Now we are here, you know. So during the planning, we prayed about it, we seek for advice, and we make the decision for us coming here. And so during the process, we planned for the kids' school before coming, and I feel like that's after getting your house, because I'm staying here in school, I'm staying in the hostel. So after you get in your house, and then you putting things in place about your housing, things for the housing. The next thing we put in place was the kids schooling, because I feel like it's not just about me. It was about the kids. How will they cope? Because me leaving them alone in the house would be so depressing for them. So we talked about finding school for them, or what will they be doing whilst I'll be in school. If the school process, was not, possible and all. So plan for the kids' school, and then medical insurance, because it's very, very important. You've been in a foreign land, so we also find a way for us to have a medical insurance. And now we are here. We are here. But I would tell you, it was not an easy decision, not an easy planning. But I would say it was timely and very intentional. We planned it. We planned well, and us putting God at the center. God made everything possible and everything right. Yes. So from us having the house, us finding school for the kids, medical insurance, was me leaving my husband. Like, how can I leave my husband back home? And how can the kids cope? Their mental health, my mental health. Because after getting married, I was like, I don't think I will cope without my husband. But we talked about it, we planned, we settled our fears, our future plans and everything. And yes, I'm here. And I feel like it was a good decision, and I thank God for the man God gave me. because it was the right decision for us to be here. And I will tell you, the kids are happy, you know. But before now, for them to adapt was a bit, you know, it was a bit somehow to say. But they are coping so well. They have made a lot of friends. Yeah, and I'm also have I have friends, and my mental health are in check because I have a supportive husband, supportive community, supportive friends. Yeah, so me coming here is because I feel like people are going through that same, you know, that same path. Of them thinking, how can it be possible, you know, for me to take this bold step with my kids or without my kids? Because I tell myself, I cannot travel without my kids. I cannot cope without them. And I don't know, was I being selfish? But I love my kids. I love my kids. And my husband is so busy back home. I have a loving family. But I feel like I can't, you know, I can't focus in my study without my kids being here with me. So yeah, I moved with my kids, and I will tell you for a fact, just take the move. Yeah, just take the move. Just have a conversation with your husband. Just be intentional, you know, cause you going away is not for a child's play. It's for your family. It's for yourself. It's for your kids. It's for you to be improved. You know, to improve yourself, to improve the family. You know, for you to add something to yourself. So just take the move. Just be intentional. Yeah, be intentional and think about your kids. Think about your husband. Think about your marriage or relationship. You know, whatsoever that's involved in whatsoever you're doing. So, being said that, after the planning, after the school, after everything, I have to pack. I have to pack, you know, my life. I'm living half of my life back home, yeah, which is my husband. I have to pack my life. You know, at that time I was 3 years in marriage. You know, newlyweds. You have your cup, you have your plate, like you have you have arranged your house, and then you're living. You know, everything you have decorated for yourself, for your comfort, for your kids, and then you're leaving all those things to something, to somewhere new. You know, a new start, getting a new house, new couch. It's mad, it's mad. But I remember when I was in the airport, I cried. I cried. I'm like, I'm leaving my family back home. I'm leaving my in-laws. I'm leaving my mother. I'm leaving my grandma. I'm leaving my dad. To a new place where I don't know nothing about. Even though after the decision of me coming to Kenya and AIU, guys, I research. I look videos about Kenya, about Nairobi, but I was not satisfied. I'm like, is this all about Nairobi? Is it all about AIU? I want more information. I want more information about the school, more information about AIU, about Nairobi, about Kenya. I had sleepless nights just searching, just looking about things, I can see here the market, the schools and everything. And the journey was to start with was not so good, but coming here and everything, yeah, I thank God for everything. And while I was in the airport, I cried. I'm like, I'm going to somewhere new, somewhere new. How will I cope? And I remember what comes to mind was this verse. And God telling Abraham, I'm taking you to a place, to a place where I'll make you great. And Abraham just, take the bold step and went. So I feel like at that time I was thinking about, how brave was Abraham. And so far so good. God has been so good. Cried, thinking, and then I advised myself that okay, I'm coming here to study with my kids, leaving my husband back home, and I'm going to make the best out of it. The best out of it. That was the promise I made to myself at the airport. Yeah, so to travel with kids, because my girl is she was 11 years old at that time, and my boy was yeah, 2.5 years old. That boy showed me shaggy. That boy, no, it was not easy. Cried, he was taking attention, and I was just there, anxious, fearful, worried, but I was just relying on God, relying on my instinct, relying on asking people, where is this place? Where is this place? Where can I go? And all that. Yeah. Asking cannot kill. It can't kill. So please, it's good to ask. And it's good to make friends, because I made friends in the airport. Even inside the plane, the flights, I made friends. Like, please, can you help me with my son? I want to take a nap, like a short nap, because I feel like I was going crazy. We stopped at Ethiopia airline. It was so big, and I was confused. I was just sitting there. They're supposed to sit, and then for us to be checking a flight from Ethiopia now to Kenya. I'm like, okay, if I sit for long, maybe this flight will maybe make a mistake and all. So I had to ask, how far? I had to check, am I safe? So I asked a lot of questions. So from Ethiopia to Kenya, I was just having goosebumps. I was anxious the more. Hey, so now I'm going. I feel like the reality was at that point. Now I'm going to Kenya. Now I'm going to my reality, my life. So the flight took off from Ethiopia to Kenya. It was a short flight, and I arrived at the airport, Kenya airport. My family picked me. My family here in Kenya picked me, and I'm like, oh, so this is Kenya. This is Nairobi. The airport is nice. The ride was nice also. Kenya they have like nice spots. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. Yes. So I was just viewing the place and all. So I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So just a reality check and everything. So I arrived at Kenya in my hostels. I sat down like, so I'm here with my kids. What's next? So I have to call my husband and we have arrived. We talked. I cried again because I'm a crying baby. I cried again. I'm like, I'm here. We have arrived. The kids are sleeping and all. So we have a conversation. Just talking to him feels nice. It feels like we're in the same boat. So, and what I think I asked him something. I asked him, I feel like I'm suffocating. Like the smell of Kenya and Sierra Leone, it's not the same. I feel like I'm not getting enough oxygen. That was the question I asked him. Babe, is it okay? Like when you were in China, is it the same smell? Says I feel like I was not getting enough here. I feel like I'm not getting enough breath. So I have to ask him. I feel like I'm suffocating. I feel like Kenya here it's not here for me. Maybe I was anxious. So I get to used to the system, the environment, and Kenya is a green place. Very cold here in Nairobi and at AIU. Very cold, very chilly. So I fell in love with the nature. I fell in love with the new environment, with the people around, privacy. So here in Kenya, trying to make friends, trying to, explore because I love exploring. I was so curious about, the environment and all. But I fell in love with the environment, with the nature, with people around, with friends, their accents, their food. And I'm going to talk about culture shock in my next video. Please stick around and comment down below if you want more of this video.